I'm very excited to be over here. So we are painting a 3D nativity today. Hi, Beth. And if you can see, I actually have the option to cut one without the lamb or the sheep, but I love the lamb so much that I decided to cut the one with. Now, let me tell y'all a little secret. This comes with, when you order it, I think it's either 22 or 25. I think it's dependent on whether or not you get the paint or not. You can order the kits with or without the paint. So when I bought this file from someone, and you were supposed to glue everything to a board, like just a board like this. But I really wanted to be able to have it so it would stand up on its own, even without glue. So for the last week or so, I have been perfecting this file. Okay, never heard that, but yeah, please look into it. I want to know for sure. So I've perfected this file and I've created my own base. So now all these pieces just pop right in. Some of them, they're kind of tight, so you kind of have to wiggle them, but they pop right in. And then after you get them all popped on here, if you want to, you can glue that base down to here. So you could, honestly, you could glue this base on first. That way your holes would be stable, however you want to do it. But this to me was super important. I wanted to be able to just pop these in and also to be able to take them out to store at the end of the Christmas season so they don't get crushed in one of my totes. So this is what we're painting today. And I'm going to go ahead and start putting paint on it. And then we're going to talk about what else I have on my table, because I have lots and lots of fun stuff on my table right now. Okay, I decided, and I'm going to paint on this. I put a tablecloth down because I looked back at the video from last week and I hated the way the painted table looked. So it kind of distracted from everything. So I just thought I would do this. Now, I am going to do brown. I've got white. This is going to be super simple, guys. Brown, white, sorry, I moved my paint out of the way. Black, and I do have this gold. Now this gold is not the one that is my favorite. This is a very transparent gold, but it's the one I picked because I think it's gonna look best on this project, and I'll show you why. So we're just gonna get started. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna mix my very favorite off-white. Now, every crafter has their favorite. My favorite tends to be, you know what? Let me do something real quick. I don't think I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Nope. Okay, sorry. Now I'm on Do Not Disturb. I didn't want somebody to call while I was in the middle of painting. So my very favorite off-white is literally white with a tiny dot, just a little, just a smidge of brown. Now, here's my disclaimer, because you're gonna mix this and you're gonna be like, Kara is smoking crack. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Well, I might not, you might be right, but it's gonna look pink. Just left your house in jail. What? Oh, no worries, no worries. Okay. Oh, Sam. Okay, so anyway, sorry. All right, I'm gonna mix this. It's gonna look pink, but bear with me. It's not gonna finish pink. And thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate y'all so much. That helps my small business more than you know. So I really appreciate any time that you sprinkle our videos. Okay, so here it is, mixed up, one dot. That's all it is. One little drop of brown in white paint. Now I'm gonna take just a brush and I'm going to, now, I don't know if you can see, but this has some lines etched on it. You're probably not gonna be able to see those lines after you paint, but guys, I'm not gonna like coat this in paint. This is gonna be an indoor project, so I'm not gonna like coat it. I'm just brushing, kind of like we did the snowman, except for with this one, we're using this off-white color. So I'm just gonna brush this on. Just gonna brush it. This kind of just a rough, quick coat, because I want it to look rustic, but I also want it to go, I wanted it to look like the wood grain is going this way. Now, I do want to show you something. You're right here on the edges. You see like, oh, pointing in the wrong place. Like right down here, if you don't get it all the way over, that's okay. Just leave it. This kit is, I believe, 22 with paint, without paint, 25 with. And that also, when I say paint, that comes with a couple of brushes and a little bottle of glue. This is the Gorilla wood glue. It's my favorite wood glue. I buy it in this big jug, and then I fill these little bottles to ship out with my kits. And if you missed last week, we painted this. And he's also, I believe, 22 and 25, depending on whether you get paint or not. All right, I'm just gonna keep brushing. Okay, so can we talk, like, I don't want to get heavy, but I also, like, I want to acknowledge that 2020 has been really hard for everyone. Even if you've kept your job through all of 2020, even if you haven't lost a family member to COVID, like, can we just acknowledge for just a second, especially as women, we carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. And friends, there is sometimes that I think, oh my goodness, I have to get up today and keep going. Am I the only one? So I just want to say that this weekend I had planned on coming over to the studio and like doing some creative stuff, like for my mental health, which, guys, y'all know, like, that's the reason I do my business. And so my mental health is better when I'm creative. Okay, I want y'all to look at this back. You see how it's not all the way painted? That's okay. I'm leaving it like that. Yes, she says, yes, it's been rough. Sam, FYI, if you were to purchase, just to give you a ballpark, because I am doing the free shipping promo, the snowman and the nativity, I believe it would be $44 shipped. And everything between now and Monday that's over $35 is shipping UPS. So FYI, if anyone is looking into that and they're wondering. So anyway, I have a confession to make. I suffer from really bad anxiety, and sometimes it's worse than others. And this past month has been really, really hard. Really, really hard. I'm gonna mix my next colors. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all what I've got. I've got the brown, and this is just earth brown. Friends, anytime I can buy these big bottles and mix my own colors, I do, just because that's what I prefer. But you can always buy these small bottles in the exact color you want. But I've got this brown. I'm gonna mix a tiny drop of, if I can get it out, black. Not much, just a tiny drop. I use the back end of my paintbrush to mix, just because then I don't lose all my paint. Actually, I think I might want a little bit more black. Yep. So with black and with brown and the white, you just want to start with a little at a time and add more, because it can overpower it. Then you kind of have to start over if you get too, there we go. Okay, that's the color I want. I almost wanted this black, brown, dark color. Okay, let me show you. All right, so Ashley, I am too, but I don't feel like mine's working right now. It makes me really sad, but I don't feel myself. And honestly, that's why I have not shown up a lot over the last month. I've kept my virtual paint party going and done my best, but like, that's honestly, it's been really rough. So anyway, in saying that, okay, I'm gonna put this dark brownish black that I made. I'm gonna go all the way down. Now this lamb is gonna be covered up, but I'm not gonna paint that part. I'm gonna paint it white with the rest. So I'm just gonna quickly cover this, thin coat. I have a little bit of white left in my brush, and that's totally okay. You see that? all we're doing. Set that off to the side. So anyway, what I was saying is this weekend, my plan had been for my mental state I had all my orders pretty much shipped except for I think a couple that came in Friday afternoon. And so I was going to come over here and play, and I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Yes. I would love to do that, Ashley. That would make me very happy because I'm just, ugh. Anyway. All right, so I'm painting this. So, yes, dude, or Sam, that is awesome. Yes, crafting to me is like the best therapy. Okay, so I will tell y'all, breast cancer runs in my family, on my mom's side and my dad's side. And I turned 40 in March. And when I went to the doctor last month, she told me that I had to go get my mammogram. Friends, like, we're talking crazy stuff today. Cindy, I'm sorry. It's so hard to get the right meds. And honestly, right now, I don't feel like I'm there. So prayers for your husband, because that's so hard. You're blurry. That's so weird. Is it blurry for anyone else? All right, so the doctor told me last month that now that I'm 40, I had to go get a mammogram. And I know it's important, knew it. I mean, runs in my family, both sides. Like, I needed to do this, but I have been dreading it, And I woke up this morning with so much anxiety, I thought I was gonna vomit. Called my aunt, she's on here right now. Called my aunt and she's like, Kara, it's gonna be fine. You've given birth to 2 children. And my first response to that was, are you really comparing it to, it's going in and out of focus. That is so weird. Okay, let me try something. Give me just a minute. All right, guys, we're gonna try again. I connected to the Wi-Fi. It was on cellular data, so maybe that'll be better. Sorry. Okay, so we were just talking about just how crazy this holiday season has been, and 2020 in general. And anyway, I had to go get a mammogram today. And I woke up with so much anxiety, I thought I was gonna vomit. And I mean, you hear like how terrible it is. And my aunt, when I said something to her about it, she said, Carrie, you've given birth to 2 children. Like, you've got this. And I thought, oh my gosh, did she just really compare that to giving birth? Like, is gonna be that bad? Friends, oh my gosh, it wasn't bad at all. It wasn't bad at all. Somebody tell me if I'm blurry again. I had to jump off and tried to jump back on. Anyway, so thank y'all for coming back. I am just painting this base. Now, I don't want the paint to get in these cracks, so I'm kind of like scooping it out because I don't want it to get all in there and then I can't put my pieces in. All right, now I'm not painting my sides because they're already a dark color. You will be just fine. Well, I did it. But I forgot everything that I was supposed to do today. It was one of those, I was so nervous that I woke up and like I couldn't think about anything else. Okay, Ashley, so I don't usually tell my husband those personal type things, and I actually called him at work this morning almost in tears and said, please say a prayer for me. And I know it sounds so dumb, like I was really scared. Like, I know friends who are scared of storms because of like their things they've been through. For me, it was just the sheer fear of, oh my gosh, everyone has said how bad this is. So yeah, I wasn't even nervous giving birth to my children, but yet a mammogram. Guys, it was not bad at all. Now, I will say, my tech, is that what you would call her? She was amazing. Amazing. But, yeah, man, it hit me hard today. So, there's any of y'all out there that suffer from anxiety, depression, guys, 2020 is like nothing we've ever seen before. So give yourself some grace. I have not been around as much as I had hoped to be this holiday season, business-wise. But it's because there were so many things going on within my family that were requiring my attention that's kind of where I had to focus. So give yourself some grace. Let 2020 leave with no regrets. All right, just know that. Thank you for sprinkling. Just know that you've done the best you could. As long as you've done that, the rest will take care of itself. Okay, so this is my base. All I did was I used that brown that I added with black, and I just painted. For the bottom, I painted both sides, but for this piece, I only painted one because it's going to be glued on. All right, so if you're just joining me, we are painting a 3D nativity today. And so far, I've painted this part. I've painted this part. And then it has these other pieces that kind of go along the side. So it's 4 deep. It has a lamb. It has these pieces. Then it has this piece. And then it has this backing. Okay. All right. So now I need to paint all of these white. That's what color I'm going to paint these. And I'm actually going to do it bright white and see how that looks. Uh-oh, I have my water cup. Oh, y'all, give me just a second. Sorry. I knew I got a new water cup. I just don't know where I put it. Mary, that is terrifying. But yes, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. So any of y'all, I say all that to say, if you're like me and you're like really dreading it because of everything you've heard, like, just make sure that the clinic you're going to is known for being good at doing it. Now, I will say I had a friend say that she quit going to our local clinic because they were not very good, and she started going to Columbus, and it was much better. But I didn't have any problems at the local place, and the lady was so sweet. So sweet, friends. She was so sweet. All right, so I'm going to grab some plain white paint. All right, plain white paint, and we're gonna see what this looks like. In my head, it looks right, but you know, sometimes as crafters, like, we have something in our head and it doesn't end up looking right. If so, we'll just wait and paint over it. Same brush, I'm just gonna go into the white, and I'm just gonna paint a thin coat. I'm gonna try to leave leave some of the indentions. As you can see, this is laser etched. I'm gonna try to leave some of those indentions so that you can still see them. I don't want to completely cover the detail up, but I do want to go in the same direction as the wood grain. And I want to just do a thin light coat, and I'm going to do several thin light coats. Now you could paint these with all of the detail if you wanted. That would be really pretty too. All right. Hey, can somebody tell me, am I blurry again? That way I'll know if I need to make sure I'm on Wi-Fi before I go live. I actually turned it off because I was trying to send a message when I was out today, and I kept connecting to the store's Wi-Fi, and it was terrible. And then I just forgot to turn it back on. Oh, good. Okay, yay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate y'all telling me that it was not good. And I'm sorry I had to jump off, but I tried to just change it, but it wouldn't let me. Okay, got a paint boogie. Get that off. All right, friends, let me show y'all. It's just gonna be bright white. And you don't have to put several coats on if you don't want to. You could just put 1 or 2 light coats since our background is a real natural white looking color. I just want it to stand out just a little bit. All right. I've had several people this week that purchased the ornament sets, and I'll show you some of those before I jump off today. And they've asked the question, what do they do about the back and the sides? Guys, I don't worry a whole lot about the back and the sides. If I get too much paint on the sides, I will just go ahead and paint the sides. But I try to keep the edges, when they're laser cut like this, black. Because they come that way and they're already sealed. So I try to do that, which means that I have to not have a lot of paint on my brush when I'm going to the sides. Yes, Cindy, they are all on Etsy and you purchase with or without the paint. So yes, you can. And it's free shipping over $35. And if you purchase over $35, I ship UPS. So they're actually getting there. At least we've had better luck with UPS getting there. All right, so I hope that that is helpful. And I don't know if you saw, Cindy, but last week we painted this sweet guy. He's 19 inches by like 10 inches. He's a whole kit, easy to paint, even kids can paint him. And I think if you purchased the nativity scene and the snowman, it would only be $44 shipped. Ashley, you're cracking me up. My husband, his birthday and my son's birthday were both last Friday, and we sat there at the dining room table forever trying to figure out how old he was. I only know how old I am because every year, whatever the last, whatever the last number in the year, so like if it's a 0, then I turn whatever number I'm turning ends in 0 that year. If it's a 1, so like in 2021, I'll turn 41. So yeah, we laughed so hard because I was like, honey, like, how do we not know how old you are? All right, so here is this piece, okay? And I'm gonna set that to the side. I'm gonna grab this piece and I'm gonna paint the back of our little lamb. This piece you probably could have gotten away with painting the dark brown, but I went ahead and just painted it white. All right, it's just right there. Okay, so Beth says she uses a fat Posca pen. They do go by so fast. They do go by so fast. I had no idea that like my childhood was gonna, I don't know, I guess school always felt like it took so long, but now, man, everything just goes by so fast. All right, just putting a quick coat of paint on him. Again, I don't want to cover up the etching. As you can see, he's white. I do have a blow dryer down here, but what I'm gonna do, I've got these pieces. Now, these are more like stained because of how little paint I put on these. I'm totally okay with that. I love that look. I think since this is dry, I think what I'll go ahead and do, no, I better not do that because I don't want, do you have a place that people can see what they make on it? I don't understand the question. A place that people can see what they make on it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the gold paint. I'm gonna get some of this off just on my plate. I don't have to get it all because I mean it's pretty much the same color that's already on here, but I'm gonna grab this gold, which is a very transparent gold. Okay, it's not my favorite gold, but it's my favorite when you're looking for transparent gold. And this is the Craft Smart, comes from Michael's. I'm gonna dip my paintbrush in here. I'm gonna get some of it on, some of it off. And then I'm literally just gonna kind of brush on this transparent gold. So it's gonna almost look like a tan, but with slight shimmer in the back. And it'll just kind of sit on top of this other. If you still have some white in your brush, it's gonna kind of blend. You might wanna go back and put a second coat on. Doesn't have to be all uniform. Oh, others finished projects. You can do that here. I think you have to wait until we're done with the live before you can publish photo comments, but you're welcome to do that here. All right, I'm just brushing on this gold. I need some more. Oh, it's looking so pretty though. My mom always told me as you get older, time goes by faster. Laura, 17 grandchildren. I can't see the rest of the comment. That's amazing. Like, that is amazing. My daughter says she's not having kids. She says she's getting married, but she's not having kids. And I kind of felt like that when I was her age, so maybe she'll change her mind. But she has this, if y'all follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen it. I don't do a lot on Instagram, but I have been trying to show little glimpses into the chaos that is the Williams household. But she has a bearded dragon named Oscar that she got a couple months ago. She messages me from school. Now, my kids don't have phones. They're in middle school, but they don't have phones yet. So I get emails from them. All right, I think I'm happy with that. Let me show y'all what this looks like. Okay, can y'all see that? And it just has some shimmer to it. All right, so my background is just gonna have some shimmer to it. All right, I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna put another coat of white paint. But she messages me from school and she'll be like, Mom, I need pictures of Oscar. So, funniest thing, so last Friday, a friend of mine came over and we were working on, it was my husband and son's birthday, and so I was making something for my husband and my friend came over to help me. And I get this message from her. Oh, 6 of them are added. Wow, that's a lot of kids. Love it. Okay, so I get this message from her and she says, I need 4 pictures of Oscar. That's all she says. So I'm sitting here with my friend Alicia and she's a riot anyway. And she says, send her 4 Oscars, 4 separate Oscars. And so I start looking for like the Oscar, the award, Oscar the Grouch. And then I got another Oscar. Anyway, so I send her Oscar and then 3 others. She comes home from school and she goes, those were imposters. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'd forgotten that I'd done it. And she's like, those were all imposters. The OG, the original, is my Oscar. That was terrible, Mom. I busted out laughing. She'll message me and she'll say, Oscar was, he seemed like he was a little bit sick this morning. So I Googled it and it could be this, or he's dying. And I thought, she is totally going to be a mom one day. Like, do we not do that? Do we not like get on Google and we're like, my kid's been constipated and had a fever. Oh, it has to be that they're going to die. Anybody else? So I think it's really cute, but she is obsessed with that dragon. Oh. Lots of paint boogies in this white. Do y'all ever feel like sometimes maybe the paint does not stay temperature controlled before it gets to the store that you bought it from, and you have like the quality of the paint isn't as good because of the change in temperature? Anybody else? 'Cause I feel like that happens to me quite a bit. All right, I'm gonna do this part, then we're gonna blow dry and we're gonna assemble. Turn. Okay. All right, in the water. Friends, how cool is that? One brush, I used white, brown, a dot of black, and some gold, whole thing. The only other thing you're gonna need is, uh-oh, I got something on that. Let me get, there you go. The only other thing that you're gonna need is glue. If you want to do glue, you don't have to. It's not required. Dr. Google. That is so funny. Okay, I'm gonna turn. Well, maybe. Let's see if this will turn on. Oh, there it is. All right, I'm just gonna blow dry, and then we're gonna put it together. I forgot the star. I have paper stars. Let's see. I think we're pretty dry. All right, I think we're pretty dry. Okay, I forgot the star, but I want to wait a second. I think I'm going to paint it white, but I want to kind of put the rest of this together and see. All right, let me show y'all how this goes together. You move this off to the side. Now, you will, if you order, you do get these two pieces, okay? So you could either glue it directly on here. You can have it just stand up on here, or you can stand it up on here and then glue it down to here, which is what I'm going to do. Because I want to be able to pop it out of this base. If you're going to do that though, you need to make sure that you only put glue in these bigger areas so that it doesn't get in those cracks. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, and I'm going to try to turn it around. These small pieces, slits, go in the front. This is the first piece that you put in. I don't know if y'all can see, but that has a gold shimmer to it. You just kind of set it between those pieces and pops right into place. Then this piece comes next. I'm having to look right here, so forgive me. I might have to turn it around to kind of wiggle it into place. All right, just get it in there. Sorry, friends, I'm trying. It's hard when you're trying to not mess up the other paint. All right, there we go. Okay, and then this next piece is gonna go in front. I'm gonna turn that around, pop this one in. You'll have to remember wood tends to warp just slightly. So a lot of times, like when you're painting and all, it can slightly warp. Okay, and then I've got this piece that will pop in right here. These two come together. Y'all see that so far? See that? Now, the last piece is gonna be this lamb. And you just wanna make sure you line him up right in front of that other, the back part of the lamb. Put too much paint. There we go. All right, so there it is. Then I would just take this whole thing and set it on here. I would just glue it right on there. And I think, what do y'all think about the star being white? I think I want to paint it white. And then we'll glue the star onto this backing. We'll glue it right there. So let's grab my brush again and just paint that. Now this would also be really pretty. You can leave it natural wood colored. You could stain it. You could stain it in a few different colors. Just have to make sure that when you're painting it, you put real thin coats on, because remember, every coat of paint is going to add thickness. I'm just going to make it a little bit harder to get into those slots. If you have trouble, like if you put way too much paint on it and you can't get it into the slots, you can totally just glue it to the bottom piece. All right, I'm wiping some of this paint off of the sides so it'll dry quicker. There we go. All right, thank you, Miss Penny. Let's see, let me turn it like this. There we go. All right, so I'm just putting a quick second coat, and then I will hit this with the blow dryer, and then we will glue our pieces together. My blow dryer turns on by going up, and this one turns on by going down. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this star and I'm gonna take this whole piece and I'm gonna put some glue on the backs or bottom. You don't need a lot. I'm just gonna put some on there and then kind of spread it. If y'all have never used the Gorilla Wood Glue though, I really love it. All right, I'm gonna put some over here. Remember, I'm only putting it in those spots where the slots are not, so I can pull the pieces out for storage. Okay, so now let me move this off to the side. We're gonna set this piece down. Now this is the only piece I did paint the front and the back. I'm gonna set this down. We're gonna put it kind of in the middle. I'll hold it down for just a second. Thank you, Cindy. All right, while that's adhering, I'm gonna grab my star. I'm gonna put it on this back piece and turn it around so I can see. So I can see the middle. Now, hopefully it won't move. All right, friends, look how pretty that is. Now that glue holds pretty quickly, but you do want to leave it sitting for a little while. So now that we finished this project, I wanted to show you what else we have on the website that will ship within 3 days, in case y'all want to do crafts for Christmas break, if you get a Christmas break. So this is what we painted last week. He's $22 without paint and glue. He's $25 with paint and glue. We also have a mini, I'm gonna pull this over, move all this out of the way. We also have a mini nativity scene that is an ornament. It's 2 layers. See, like this, and then it has the star. So you can put it there, you could put it up here, wherever you want. Once it's assembled, there's a hole right back here for you to put your string or twine or whatever you want to hang it with. So this is also on the website. You can do that. We have this set of 5 ornaments that are etched. so you can see where to paint. There's a set. It comes with all 5 of these. Christmas tree, a gingerbread house. It comes with a snowman. It comes with, my favorite, the reindeer and Santa Claus. And I'll show y'all just a couple of these that I'm working on painting. I haven't finished them yet, but like here's our snowman. He still needs his eyes and his hat fixed. And then here's the 3 trees. And you could put, you know, like 2020 down at the bottom, or, you know, a family name, whatever you want. So those are on the website. And there you come in a set of 5. Then I have a set of 5 random unetched ornaments. These, you don't get to pick your shape. It's $10, and I send you 5 random ornaments to paint. So here's just some of the ones that could possibly end up in your pack. I have the truck, the mason jar. I have the Santa. I have a snow globe. I have a stocking. I have these 2 ornaments. They're different shapes. I have some crosses, and this was really cute. I have this one. Now, there again, you can't request certain ones, but I've got these and a whole bunch more that I pick from, and I just pick 5 and ship them to you. Then, this has been the most popular. I showed these last week. We have these adorable little gnomes. They're already etched, so you know exactly where to paint. They come with a hole in the top. And they come with, you can either pick, there's a pack of 5 gnomes that come with 5 hands, or you can pick just the 1 gnome with 5 hands. And these are the hands that it comes with. It has hope. It has a present. It has toilet paper in 2020, which you can buy just this and the gnome if you want to, that's listed. It has a hot chocolate or coffee mug. And, oh, here it is, a snowflake. And so there's a set that comes with 1 gnome and all the hands. There's a set that comes with the gnome and just the toilet paper. Or there's a set of 5 hands, 5 gnomes. And then I wanted to show y'all, I started painting mine, and I'm not done yet, but I was doing this one like the Grinch. Look how cute they are. So then you would just paint the pieces that go, you know, like the present or whatever they're holding, and glue them on. So, super fun. And then, I do not have these listed, okay? These are not listed, but if you really want one, let me know and I can get them listed. I just cut these out yesterday, and they're super fragile. They're thinner than the others, but they are these multi-dimensional ornaments. Take these off. That you paint the back, you see that? And you paint the front, and then you glue them together, so it makes a little winter scene. And what's really cool is it can come with up to 6 of these little stockings. They're teeny tiny, okay? And you would glue them to the fireplace. So if there were just 2 of you, you could just do 2. I'll try to move this up and show you in just a second. But I cut these yesterday, and I cut one for my family just for practice. But here's what's really cute. It has a clock that's about to strike midnight, okay? And it goes on the fireplace. Can y'all see that? It also has a little toy train that sits right on top of this second part of the ornament. So it kind of, you would glue it on. And it comes with a little teddy bear that also can be painted and sits right there. And then there's room down here. You could do 2020 or family name or whatever. Anyway, this I'm painting for my family for our Christmas ornament this year. But I can get this listed if anyone is interested. But yeah, so got all kinds of fun stuff going on. I hope that y'all enjoyed this. I had been waiting to paint this until I could come live and do it. If you're a member of the virtual paint party, I am headed over to that group in, about 30 minutes to draw winners. And let me show y'all what the winners, the prizes are for this month. So if you're like, what are you talking about? I have a virtual paint party where I have a group of women that paint with me every month. I do a new door hanger project. This was our December project. I do that. I give them the tutorial in either the template or I mail them a blank. And then we have 2 contests every month. And the winners of the contest this month, look what you're getting. You're getting 2 mittens. They're like little ornaments. Hi, Amy Lynn. And a little sled to paint. So I am drawing the winners for these in about 30 minutes. I meant to do it last week and I forgot. I'm so sorry. But honestly, if I did it last week, I didn't have the mittens because I just did those 2 days ago. And I thought those would be adorable if you hung them off of the sled. So anyway, almost like they're drying. So anyway, I've got 2 of these. I can't wait to give them away. I'm headed over there in 30 minutes. Don't forget, anything that you purchase through the Etsy shop through next Monday will ship within 3 business days. I cannot guarantee Christmas delivery just because once it's out of my hands, I can't, if I'm not hand delivering it, I can't get it to you for sure. But if you spend over $35, you get free shipping and it ships UPS. So yes, I did, Amy Lynn. I did get my cutter. Girl, I got all kinds of fun stuff going on. You'll have to go back and watch the video from the front or from the beginning. But we did just paint this nativity scene. It's 3D, if you can see, but there's 3 sections. And you can even take the pieces off to store them after the holidays. Thank y'all for joining me again. I appreciate y'all so very much. Thank y'all for letting me do what I love. Thanks for letting me talk through anxiety and depression this holiday season. Guys, hang in there. Y'all are doing fabulous. Women rock. Yeah, so have a good one. Talk to y'all later. Bye.